Okay, we should do this one. We have to do this one. I need names. I need names and I need numbers. Someone need.
Top comment. Sorry I threatened to piss on your desk. I should have used nicer words, such as urinate. And straight?
Okay, this might just be funny now, actually.
Whoa! What happened?
We will inspect your home.
Warning. Episodes may contain discussion of potentially triggering subjects. Please see the description for more information. Before we get started diving into holes today, Sephi, would you mind introducing yourself?
New territory for me. Hi, I'm Persephone, Persephone Valentine, aka Sephi, aka Persephoros. If I look familiar, it's because you've seen my OnlyFans. I'm just kidding, I don't have one. You've probably seen me on Dropout or on Twitch or mostly on Dropout. I do a lot of like tabletop RPG stuff and internet comedy things. Yeah, I'm around.
Hell yeah. Sephi is so funny, so cool, so witty. Please follow Sephi on all platforms, Twitch specifically, but everything else as well. Sephi's gonna help us judge pieces of shit on the internet.
Absolutely.
And I am very immediately drawn to the first post on the Hole Inspector subreddit. I feel like people have been specifically sending in gay shit for us to deconstruct.
Pride.
Yeah.
Support gay crimes.
Support gay crimes, trans rights and wrongs.
Trans rights and wrongs.
Absolutely. All right, I'm gonna open this dickie. Ready to hear this title?
I'm ready.
Am I the hole for taking my straight female friends out to a lesbian bar because they always make me go to gay bars?
Oh, we're gonna make a prediction.
Mm-hmm.
My full prediction is that these are straight girls that think of themselves as the default, and anything that's outside of that and outside of that is outside the norm. So bringing to a lesbian bar feels like an act of aggression against them, despite the fact that they bring their knowingly lesbian friend to straight bars, and she goes all the time. So they're going to think that because they are getting hit on by women, or not getting hit on, they might not get hit on, that might insult them too. It's an attack on them, and they're not that supportive of their friend. But I'm also a negative Nancy, so. I'm gonna give lesbians the benefit of the doubt by default.
I'm also gonna give lesbians the benefit of the doubt by default. Oh. For some reason, I thought OP was a lesbian.
Are they? Oh, they're not a lesbian? They just brought them to a lesbian bar?
Yes.
Okay.
Literally two words. I'm 26 male and straight?
Okay, this might just be funny now, actually.
Whoa! What happened? I'm 26 male and straight. I have a group of friends with a few more women than men. We go out a couple nights a week. Every night we go out, the girls all insist we end up at a gay club at the end of the night. To be clear, I don't normally mind, but it's getting excessive. I can't remember the last time they didn't insist we go, and lately I've been getting hit on a lot, and some of the drunk guys at the bars get very handsy. I've gotten uncomfortable at this point, so I've started leaving early to go home or hang out with other friends. Some of the other guys in our group feel the same way. Okay, I mean, if you're being assaulted at a bar,
I can sort of. I mean, gay bars get pretty handsy.
Yeah,
it's kind of part of the culture, but that doesn't mean it's okay when it's not wanted. You know.
Right.
Okay, should I give the drag queen commentary on this?
Absolutely.
Straight girls out gay bars are the worst.
Say it again. Say it again for the people in the fucking back.
Look, I'm all for places being welcomed, and I'm all for them feeling like they're not going to get assaulted there. But like, oftentimes that couples with a sort of expectation and demand on the people that are at the bar to sort of capitulate to them. And it can be really, 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 really damaging. I'll be very real. It's mostly straight white girls, especially the ones that are on their bachelor parties. Like it's fine. Don't get me wrong. It is totally fine to be a straight girl and go to a gay bar, but you need to recognize that the space isn't for you.
Right.
Like it's not. You are a guest on uncharted territory, and you need to know and respect that, and not be gawking and making fun of everyone.
Absolutely.
So you just need to be respectful. So.
I tried to bring it up, but they don't listen and accuse me of acting homophobic, which I am not. My sister is bi and suggested our city has a lesbian bar, and I should take them there to see how they react. To be clear, this bar does openly welcome straight and cisgendered people, so we weren't violating their space. It's good that that was mindful, at least. Anyway, there was a basketball game last night, and this bar set up a game night whenever our local NBA team is playing. I suggested we go there to watch the game, and most of the group came along. They immediately got really uncomfortable when other women started flirting with them at the bar and offering to buy them drinks.
Kind of out of fair play, honestly.
Interesting. It lasted about an hour before the girls all took off. All of them left.
If you are going to be a straight man in the presence of gay men, you also need to respect that, and you need to be comfortable with the fact that you're going to get hit on. You're in a gay bar. Like, they're going to assume by default that they are the default there. Unlike every other place on the planet where the straights are the default or considered
it's assumed
default.
otherwise.
So you need, you need to take that into account. But like, if someone comes to you and is like, "Hey, I don't want to go to this place because I get touched inappropriately,"
right?
And people aren't taking no for an answer and calling that homophobic, that's
it's a little victim blaming.
It's a little victim blaming, and like
a lot, maybe.
It's also, it's not uncommon for people to downplay the concerns of a man when they say that they are getting assaulted. So that's also point against them. I'm on the guy's side. I never say that, but I'm on the guy's side for now.
I'm on the side of the cis straight man.
I know it hurts.
In this story.
Not
Happy
just that,
Pride.
a 26-year-old cis straight man.
26-year-old cis straight man. Rare straight man W indeed. It lasted about an hour before all the girls took off. A couple of the other guys and I actually ended up staying. The women there were all really cool and we made some new friends. The group chat this morning has been a big argument. The girls all say it was fucked up that we took them there.
The one thing I will say is that I don't like this. I don't like the weaponization of queer people to make other people uncomfortable. However, I still think that turnabout is fair play.
So the girls say it was fucked up that we took them there. I told them to stop acting homophobic. The other guys, the other guys in the chat are mostly supporting me and saying they have no leg to stand on since we were always constantly agreeing to join them at gay clubs and never complain. I actually want to start going to the. I actually want to start going there regularly on game nights. It's a really fun atmosphere, and everyone we met was awesome. Am I the whole? No. No. Like I can understand the argument of like weaponizing minority groups in order for petty revenge.
But here's also, I know I'm the one who brought that up. Here's also the thing. How many queer people wouldn't want to be in on this?
No, real, absolutely. I'm like,
we would just be like, let's torture these bitches. Like, yeah, no. Especially the bar going queers, like, yeah, no. Honey, absolutely. They want to be a part of this. Like,
I hate siding with a straight man, but not the whole.
Yeah, not the asshole. Not the asshole.
Oh.
Ooh, looks like someone hit pay dirt. Let's do it.
This sounds like messy.
Good. This sounds messy. This sounds fun and festive.
Is there dress in the post? Let me see. There sure is.
The title is, "Am I the asshole for getting up from my chair in the middle of Christmas dinner and shouting, 'Shut the fuck up about my body!' in response to my husband's observation?"
Excellent read.
Thank you. I'm an actor.
There was a lot of emotion.
Yeah, I try to portray emotion and stuff because that's like feeling.
It did cut out just a little bit, Leah. It was about my body. I thought they said bussy.
Pussy.
Getting up in the middle of
my pussy.
getting up in the middle of Christmas dinner, shouting "Shut the fuck up" about my bussy would be an incredible story to read.
Apparently, multiple think I said pussy. So you know what? My version of that story is everyone talks about my pussy because it's so beautiful.
Everyone talks
So,
about my
like,
beautiful bussy.
Here, I'll read it in my narration voice. Am I the asshole for getting up from my chair in the middle of Christmas dinner and shouting, "Shut the f up about my party!" in response to my husband's observation? So, ever since I had my son months ago, my husband has started making indirect comments about my body. Kill him. He never says any hurtful words, but I find his observations, as he calls it, hurtful. For example, he'd see me wearing an old top and say, "Oh, that top used to look so good on you, but not anymore." Kill him! Kill the whole man! Anyway.
Throw him out.
Or,
throw
or when
throw
he
the
looks
man
at
out.
my waist and says, "Wow, I didn't know your waist could get this wide." Not hurtful words. Those are hurtful words.
I was gonna say, what do you mean not hurtful words?
Basically passive stuff that I tried to ignore till extended to friends and family. FYI, this went on for months and months and months. We went to Christmas celebration at his family's home. My sister-in-law complimented my floral maxi dress, and my husband said, "I agree it looks nice on you, though I have to admit your waist could get smaller than this." Awkward silence took over. I was absolutely fuming, and this was my last straw. So I got up from my chair in the middle of dinner and shouted at the top of my lungs, "Shut the fuck up about my body!" He was absolutely speechless as his family stared while some others tried to get me to calm down. But the situation got more tense and dinner ended up being cut short and my husband storming off to his friend's place to spend the night upon leaving a very nasty text saying I embarrassed him and made a scene over an observation he made. He called me childish and told me to get therapy for my insecurities instead of verbally abusing him and scarring his family. Now I feel like an absolute idiot asshole, and I ruined my Christmas for him and everybody over my insensitivity. Am I the asshole? No. And also, I love this. This is the kind of man.
Throw him out.
This is the kind of man who says awful things and like is like, nah, it's just the way that I am. Nothing like
I'm
nothing's
just
wrong.
being
and then as soon as it
honest.
gets turned on him, it's bad. And also, he's weaponizing therapy speech. Two things I absolutely fucking despise. I don't think throw the whole man out is enough for this man. I think one, divorce immediately.
Absolutely.
Take everything he has. He doesn't have much, clearly. And also arrange for his death afterwards. This is grounds for. I'll be very real. If I was part of a family, and like my sister-in-law or something was getting these comments from like a family member of mine, I would throw hands.
Oh, absolutely.
The
fact that like, not a single one of the family was like, "Hey, you're being a fucking douchebag right now." Also, huge red flag.
It sounds it's more than just well, it might not be projection. It is an entitlement to the ownership of someone you see as property's body.
Yes. She's not his quote unquote trophy anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fucked
Number
up.
of different reasons. He's abusive, he's passive aggressive, he's horrible, and he has no redeeming features whatsoever. Yeah, no, pretty cut and dry. I believe this. This is also like this kind of story is a dime a dozen. This kind of stuff, this kind of entitlement happens.
All
so,
the fucking
like, even
time,
if it isn't real,
unfortunately.
it is rooted in reality.
It is a real situation that happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately, often. Yeah, I got a new one. I got a new one for us.
You got a new one? You got a new one? Ooh, you got a honker on the line?
Mm-hmm.
You're reeling one in?
This is one from a not Am I the Whole subreddit at all that someone has cross-posted and reworded to be like an Am I the Asshole post. So the title that they have rewritten is "Am I the Whole for wanting to renegotiate our children's custody arrangement with my ex after my ex-mother-in-law gave my daughter a haircut?"
I am gonna go with not the asshole.
I would have to say the same because it's too, it sounds too innocent to be a haircut. However, Like,
Even if
hair
it is just a
trauma
haircut.
is real. My chat's usually on a lag, so I think the dickie is already closed. The original title of this story is Ex-Mother-in-Law Cut My Trans Daughter's Hair and Made Her Wear a Suit.
I need names. I need names and I need numbers. Ooh, ooh, someone need. Ooh.
This comes to us from the subreddit Just No MIL, Just No Mother-in-Law. I split custody of my transgender daughter with my ex-husband. Daughter is 16 and only came out as trans about a year ago. We also have a 14-year-old son. Custody is an uneven split in my favor, and ex gets every other weekend as he moved a few hours away.
So he was in on it.
Absolutely. This is premeditated. 100%. I'm calling it right now. I am bi. I was kicked out by my parents when I came out to them and was adopted by a gay couple. Meanwhile, ex-husband was raised by very conservative, very religious people, and not the good love one another religious, the feeling gay, let Jesus fix that religious. So when daughter came out as trans, I definitely took it more in stride than the ex did, and ex still hasn't fully accepted it. Daughter is a typical girly girl, far more than me, and we have our mother-daughter days where we get our nails done and buy her some clothes. She's been growing out her hair and it's a little below her clavicle. Ex-mother-in-law has these two specific photos that she's obsessed with. The first photo is of ex-father-in-law and ex-grandfather-in-law?
Grandfather-in-law, yeah.
Okay, first photo of ex-father-in-law and ex-grandfather-in-law. It was taken by ex-father-in-law's 16th birthday. Ex-father-in-law is in front and ex-grandfather-in-law behind him with his hand on ex-father-in-law's shoulders. Both men in the picture are wearing suits. The second photo is from ex's 16th birthday. It's a recreation of the first photo, but now ex is in front and the ex-father-in-law is behind.
They wanted to recreate the photo.
They wanted to recreate the photo, and they also still have a 14-year-old son.
Yep. And this is a 16-year-old girl. This girl is old enough to know right from wrong and is old enough to know that she is being abused.
Yeah.
And I guarantee that she fought tooth and nail to not have this happen. And they did it anyway.
Yeah. Before my daughter was born, when I was still pregnant and we were told she'd be a boy, ex-mother-in-law immediately got excited about the idea of recreating that photo when our quote-unquote son turned 16. Daughter turned 16 at the end of September. I'd pretty much forgotten about the photos until she turned 16, but then I didn't hear anything about it from my ex or my ex-mother-in-law and figured that since they no longer had a 16-year-old son to take the photo with, they'd just leave it alone until our actual son turned 16. On Wednesday, our son got sick with the flu, so I texted ex to say that son wouldn't be coming over this weekend. On Friday, I brought daughter to ex's place as normal and then headed off. I told her to text me if she needs anything, but I needed to get home to look after son, so it might take me a while to get there. But put some money on her card, so if she needed to get home quickly, she could. The plan is I always drop off Friday night straight after school, and ex drops them home Sunday night. Daughter came home Saturday afternoon, fresh off the train, a full 24 hours early, with a short, uneven, chin-length bob. Daughter told me she'd woken up Saturday morning and came downstairs to see ex-mother-in-law and ex. Ex-mother-in-law said they were taking a photo for Christmas cards and handed my daughter a suit. Daughter explained that suits aren't really her thing, but ex-mother-in-law insisted and ex agreed, leaving daughter feeling she couldn't argue, so she put the suit on. Ex-mother-in-law then picks up the kitchen scissors and told her to sit for a haircut. Daughter says no way. Ex then suggests she tie her hair back as a compromise. They take the photo. At some point after taking the photo, daughter sits down and turns her back on ex-mother-in-law, and the entire ponytail gets cut off.
He should not be allowed to see either of his children.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Custody should be revoked.
Even putting them in a suit and tying their hair back, that's still fucked up enough.
That's fucked up.
And that would still be enough for me to be like, this, you're never seeing this child again.
At this stage, daughter runs upstairs, gets changed, grabs her phone and card, and tells both ex and ex-mother-in-law to go fuck themselves and leaves. Daughter gets on the first train home. I've done my best
to even out and buy that girl some extensions.
I've done my best to even out the Bob. I'm now looking into fixing it so she doesn't have to go to his place again. The custody agreement was made over a decade ago, and both kids are now teenagers. I can see X putting up a fight if they just stopped going, so I'm going to have to go the legal route and see if I can't renegotiate custody. My lawyer.
If the kids say they don't want to see their father, that'll also be in their favor.
Absolutely. My lawyer is going to call me at some point in the next couple days. The main point of this post is to vent, to be honest.
So, Casual Dragon said, Mom knew something was up though since she made sure her daughter's carrot had money to make the train home to could get her.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't necessarily... Okay, so as someone who was a child of a divorced couple and one of them was horrifically abusive, there are only so many things you can do. Unfortunately, anything that happens to a custody agreement has to either be brought up through legal means or has to be in response to something. And also, the mother may not be allowed to be there for their custody agreement. Technically, custody agreements, you're not supposed to, like, a lot of them don't allow the other parent to be there. Sometimes parents negotiate them on their own, but you have to allow them to be in the presence of your child. Until something happens, you can't really do anything about it. So even though she might know, like, here, have some money, take care. Like, my mom used to be like, you have a cell phone, call me if anything goes wrong. And I did have to use that a couple of times because I was just done with my dad. Like, that does not necessarily mean that these sorts of things are horribly abusive. It might be that the mother-in-law has mouthed off before and she's left before, or the dad has said something. Like, it might be something mild that she gave the money for and something that they can't really do anything about. Like, there's a number of reasons to make sure that your kid has an escape route. Because they're not there. Like, you can only, even if you like your divorce partner or like trust them, there's only so far you can go. So like safeguards like that are usually put in place because someone really cares about their kid.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't necessarily think that means that she knew something was up to this degree, but it does mean that she cared enough to make sure that her child could leave. You know? Yeah,
because the mom absolutely admitted in the post that she forgot about the recreation of this
I don't blame her for that.
Yeah.
Like, especially if they've been divorced or separated for a long time, like I can't blame her for not thinking of this. Like that would be unreasonable.
But the fact that the ex and the ex-mother, well, the ex and the ex's entire family were so unsupportive of the daughters coming out, I think was what got the gears turning for the premeditated.
Probably
here's
that's
some money.
Why
here's your cell phone.
Stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That was a rough one.
That was brutal.
We got a new one.
I'm
gonna start the Dickie. Do you want to read this one, or do you want me to?
Sure, send it to me.
Standing up for my son.
Am I the asshole for standing up for my son after he told his teacher to fuck off and walked out of class? Am I the asshole for standing up for my son after he told his teacher to fuck? Absolutely. You know what? I've been in enough situations where teachers should be told to fuck off. I don't think they're the asshole. What do you think? Ooh, that is an unbalanced prediction.
Sure is.
I just learned this place on Reddit existed, and after hearing so many mixed reactions from my family, I figured it wouldn't hurt to ask. This happened over a month ago, but it's still getting brought up by my sister-in-law, who's a teacher, and my other family members. The reactions have been really mixed, so I thought I'd throw it to Reddit. That's the same as the first sentence, girl. But my son was 17 at the time and finishing up his senior year. He had an IEP for most of his life due to learning challenges. For those who don't know, an IEP is basically a plan that gives kids with learning disabilities extra support in school and helps even the playing field. Okay. His final semester, he had an algebra teacher who was, to put it plainly, terrible. My son has never been great with math, but this is the first time I truly felt like the teacher was the issue. She was rude, unhelpful, constantly unpleasant. She regularly humiliated kids in class for falling behind. She even talked about another student's IEP in front of the class, which led to the student getting bullied. She vented about her personal life and pregnancy constantly, to the point that the student started tuning her out. So she was pregnant. Still not an excuse for this. She denied the students the bathroom pass for no reason, even when they were completely done with their work. Oh, early in the semester, she told my son he couldn't use a calculator during a test, even though his IEP specifically states that he can. I had to step in and get that fixed immediately. She wasn't happy about it, but that's the law. She rescheduled a quiz to interfere with senior skip day out of spite. She clearly had favorites, and if she didn't like you, she'd ignore your questions or answer with an attitude. My son plays soccer, and she seemed to have something against student athletes in general. No specifics on that. At one point, she moved my son to the back of the classroom, even though his IEP requires him to be seated up front. Again, I had to step in to get that corrected. Now here's what actually happened. The week before finals, my son asked to use the bathroom during class. He had finished all his work. She told him no, and that she said she was pregnant and didn't feel like handing out the bathroom pass. That was her actual reason, which both she and the vice principal confirmed to me later. At that point, my son had had enough. He had already gotten to college, was passing the class, and just wanted to be done with high school. He was burned out and tired of being treated unfairly. He asked, "What the hell does you being pregnant have to do with me using the bathroom?"
Yes! Pop off!
She told him to sit down, and he said, "Fuck off. Either I go to the bathroom or I whip it out and piss on your dad!"
Yes!
She called security and had him picked up in the bathroom and sent to the office. She pushed for him to be suspended and banned from walking at graduation. Oh, come on.
Okay.
I didn't punish him at home. Was it the right thing to say to a teacher? No, absolutely not. I mean, the whipping out and pissing on it was a little much, but I'll reserve my opinions.
Yep.
Until the end. But he was turning 18 just a few days later and clearly his breaking point. We didn't see much value in piling on more consequences. This teacher had been testing his patience all semester, and hers. She didn't write that, but clearly hers. His father and I did sit him down and told him that while standing up for yourself is important, saying something like that to a boss or professor won't fly in the real world. We agreed that he couldn't have gotten his point across without saying what he did. I also met with the vice principal and the teacher. The teacher was defensive, and the VP looked annoyed and almost embarrassed when she explained her reason for denying the bathroom pass. He even rolled his eyes at one point. After that meeting, the VP decided he would get 3 days of after-school detention, be allowed to walk at graduation, and be required to write a letter of apology to the teacher. Ugh. I had mixed feelings about the apology and the amount of days of detention. My son was pretty upset that I didn't push for a lighter punishment, but honestly, at that point, I just wanted to keep the peace and get him through graduation. So yeah, some of my family, especially my sister-in-law, think I handled this completely wrong and should have punished him regardless of the teacher's behavior. Others think I did the right thing by standing up for him and not adding more stress when the school was already dealing with it. I have a feeling that the comments in this post are going to be mixed, but I know my opinion.
Top comment. Sorry I threatened to piss on your desk. I should have used nicer words, such as urinate. I also know that actions speak louder than words and believe it would have been more productive to simply choose action. And for this, I apologize from the bottom of my black heart.
I will be very real. I know that the thing about bathroom passes and shit in high school or whatever is oh, you don't want them goofing off and fucking around the bathroom. You don't want them out of your class. Who cares?
Who cares?
Who gives a fuck? They need the go piss, girl. You cannot. The thing that happens if you say no to that is you are responsible for a student potentially wetting their pants or getting a urinary tract infection in class, which you are responsible for, and that is weaponizing your authority over these students.
Absolutely.
Let them go to the fucking bathroom.
100%.
It's one thing if they're a notorious abuser of it, or if they get in trouble by skipping class or whatever. Then that's another story. Clearly, that's not the case here.
Yeah. Had all of his work done.
Yeah, I also think, do I think that I will whip it out and piss on it here is funny? I do. It is a little harassing.
Yeah.
It is.
It's
a little far, but I'm a horrible person, so I think I'm laughing at it, honestly.
I am also a horrible person. I'm also laughing at it.
Here's the other, I don't fully agree with the mom on something, so. I do think she should have pushed for a lighter punishment.
Oh, a lighter punishment? I could see that.
I can understand the administration being you're getting after school detention. I can do that. Also, if graduation is in a few days anyway, I would just skip it and walk. I don't care. But the apology, a written apology.
Yeah. No, I don't fucking think so. Because this teacher has a history of doing shit like this, pulling shit like this with stories from several other families. Why the fuck do you need to apologize when you know she's a problem? You literally rolled your eyes when explaining the situation to a parent.
Yeah, and also, bitch, you're pregnant. I'd like to see someone stop you from going to the bathroom.
Real!
Girl,
Real. Honestly, that's a big lesson here. And I specifically want to call out the rest of OP's family, thinking that they should have punished him at home too. Like, what does that teach? Because like, if you are punishing a kid, if you are a parent of a child dishing out some sort of punishment for an action, it should be to teach a lesson specifically. What does this teach? That you shouldn't stand up for yourself, that you should cow to authority.
It teaches you shouldn't be able to piss.
Yeah.
It teaches you shouldn't it teaches you that you should take abuse at all situations, and that's just not gonna fly with me.
I don't fucking think so. Right. Okay. OP is not the asshole for standing up for their son. Rarely are you ever the asshole for standing up to children being bullied, either whether it be other children or other adults. Would you like to try another keyword or phrase, or do you want to open it up to chat for a keyword or phrase?
We need a fun one. All these kids stuff is depressing. Let's see.
That is how Hole Inspector be sometimes.
What about piercing?
Ooh.
Piercing.
Ooh. Okay.
Piercing. Okay, we should do this one. We have to do this one.
Am I the hole for telling my grandma she looks like Ronald McDonald because she wouldn't stop telling me I look like a bull with my nose ring in? I think we've brought a very interesting energy to Hole Inspector today. Everyone's like, yeah, call your grandma Ronald McDonald. Yeah.
You know what? I bring out the shade in everyone, and I'm proud of that. Okay.
I love that.
Some people need to be called out. That's what shade is always like. The reason shade is because it always has an element of the truth.
If you don't want to be called Ronald McDonald, don't be a fucking clown, Nona.
You know what we call this? We call this the applause of the cunty, darling. Cunty claws. From the claws.
Cunty Claus would make a really good like Mrs. Claus drag look, I think.
I feel like Cunty Claus is the doll T-girl that Santa Claus cheats on Mrs. Claus with. You know? Like, she's just up in the North Pole. She's got a little two-piece red velvet set with the fur over her tits. Mrs. Claus knows all about her and hates her guts. She's got like this big old weave. Like she wears too much makeup. She definitely has a dick. Like, it's giving that vibe. 3 seasons and a movie. I want it. Yeah. Thank you. There's an edit at the beginning that I'm going to skip and just go right into post. Here's how it happened. Every time I see my grandma, she tells me something to the effect of, take that thing out of your nose. You're ruining your pretty face by putting a hoop in it like a bull. Last time she said it to me, I politely asked her to leave it alone, or next time I wouldn't be so polite. A warning shot. Oh my god, a warning. Okay, that's the best you deserve. You teed that up. You gave warning. You gave notice. You established boundary. I think anything that happens after this, 100% fair play. Absolutely. 100%. To be fair, this is the first time I spoke up because I'm non-confrontational, but the older I get, the more I stand up for myself. And for that matter, I shouldn't even be asking my grandmother to stop making rude comments about my appearance. Real. Very real. Fast forward to today at a family get-together, she says the same thing. I immediately shot back that maybe she should stop dyeing her hair red and perming it because she looks like Ronald McDonald. Slay. She warned her. She got warned. Granny got warned. Granny got warned. Red hair and a perm. Granny got warned. Red hair and a perm. A lot of people are pretty pissed off at me, but A, I warned her and asked her to stop. B, she's insulting my appearance, so why is it what I said any worse than what she has said to me a million times? I'm usually all about respect and politeness, but my nose ring and my nostril, not my septum, by the way, so the bull doesn't even make sense. I was assuming a septum the whole time. It's on the side. Yeah, I was wondering if that was gonna come up. Yeah. It doesn't ruin my face, and even if it does, it's really not her place. I'm a grown-ass woman. I refuse to be bullied by an even older grown-ass woman. It's a full-grown adult. I think it's fully apt.
Oh yeah, absolutely. What's the theme of today's episode? Turnabout's fair play.
Yep. And Miss Ronald McDonald needs to go get her ketchup and mustard and mind her own business. Clearly. Clearly. So.
Yeah, we're going not the asshole. Call Gam Gam Ronald McDonald. That's fine.
Yeah, do it. Do it. Put her in her place.
Put her in place.
She'll think twice before mouthing off again.
Literally,
Say that.
like, even if you didn't give warning beforehand, I think I still would have said not the asshole. But the fact that you did, that's more than Gam Gam deserved in the first place.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what I say? Ask her for forgiveness. You know, take her on a day trip. Go to McDonald's, her homeland.
can I ask a very serious question real quick?
Sure.
Do you think the Hamburglar got a stripy ding dong too?
I think the Hamburglar has Neapolitan ice cream dick.
So
But
the
that's
outside
dark.
black
It
and
goes
white
medium
stripes.
and then it's light.
Okay, okay. Pink tip or
Probably. It
Okay.
matches his face.
okay. So pink. Okay, yeah, I can see that.
But I do feel like Neapolitan ice cream dick, not enough for scoop, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay. So you're saying Hamburglar not necessarily well endowed.
Why else is he stealing meat from everyone else?
True. True. Is he?
Facts are facts, America.
Okay. Have you seen the Hamburglar actor they had in like 2010? I'd burgle his hand.
Hamburglar
Wait a
actor in
minute.
2010. Hold on.
Hamburglar actor 2010. Wacky Adventures of Ronald McDonald. Images.
Oh shit.
Oh. Being exposed to art like this of the Hamburglar when I was a kid, I don't think anyone that was playing the Hamburglar I could ever think was hot. Look at this. That's the Hamburglar. Here, let me-
Oh. Yeah, that's scarier than the Hamburglar I remember.
Yeah, that's
Daddy!
No, do
I
not
remember
daddy
Space
him.
Monkey.
No! Not smell. You all need Jesus.
I mean, he does have meat. At least he can feed you.